Alrighty guys, welcome back to another video here on Theme Park Guy Productions. Today is going to be an interesting video. I'm going to be doing a countdown of my top 10 houses at Halloween Horror Nights for this year, 2022 specifically. But instead of doing it from like home where I'm talking, why not talk about my top 10 while I'm here at Halloween Horror Nights? So it's going to be a fun video tonight. I'm going to explain to you my top 10 houses and why I like them, what I think's good about, what's not, you know. So without further ado, let's get on to the list. All right, so starting off this list, this is my least favorite house of this year. Number 10, Spirits of the Coven. Look, there's not a single bad house this year, honestly. That's what makes Halloween Horror Nights so good. But scares in this house aren't really that good, to be honest. I do like the set though. It's a very long house and honestly it makes me think of Sundoor's Mine Train. But honestly, this house just doesn't do it for me like the other houses do. And that's why I feel like the problem is with Spirits of the Coven. It's a great house. All of them are good this year, but this one it's my least favorite. So coming up my number 9 spot is gonna be Hell Block Horror. And this house, the reason why I do have it a little bit higher is because I like the scares more in this house. I feel like it's a more intense house overall. Definitely one of the scariest houses this year, if I have to be honest with you. But at the same time, it just doesn't do it for me as the other houses do. But like I will say, I do like the set of this, and also one of my friends works here, so yeah. But Hell Block Horror, honestly, I think it's a good house. It usually gets the shortest waits, and yeah. So there you have it. That's Hell Block Horror for you. Also, I just did a run of Hell Block Horror, and I forgot to mention, Hell Block Horror does have a lot of fog in that house. So if you like go in, once this video's uploaded, if you decide to go Halloween Horror Nights and end up doing Hell Block Horror, just know this one has a lot of fog in it. Alright, so my number 8 house for this year is going to be Descendants of Destruction, which is set in a New York subway, and this was the first house that I actually did this year. And I mean, I enjoy this house, but honestly, like, I just don't really get the storyline that much. The scares are really good. I do think it's one of the scarier houses this year, and it does get better towards the end, but honestly, it doesn't do it for me as much as some of the others, if I have to be honest with you. I mean, this is my honest rankings, so that's what you're here for, to hear my honest rankings, not just me, you know, just making stuff up. This is just my honest opinion, y'all. But Descendants of Destruction, great house, just not my favorite. So my number 7 for this year is gonna be Bugs Eaten Alive. Now this house, initially, I was thinking it was gonna be one of the scariest houses this year, as everyone was terrified to do this house because I even heard stories of people not even finishing it during previews because they were too scared. And so then I will go in and do it. I'm like, seriously? That's not scary. But when I would describe this house, it is absolutely hilarious. Bugs dancing, bugs crawling all over you. It is a really bizarre haunted house, but I really enjoy this one. I feel like it's starting to grow on me a bit more now. So yeah, that's Bugs Eaten Alive for you. All right, this is off topic, but we found Waldo. We found Waldo. All right, my number 6 is gonna be Fiesta de Chupacabras, which is a haunted house where you're like in some like fiesta area and there's a dog on a loose. It's a pretty awesome house. The scares aren't that impressive. Like the scares are good, but what makes this house amazing, like actually really good, is the dog. It is terrifying. It's like the Expedition Everest Yeti, if you'd say, if it was working. Pretty much. So yeah, for me, this was the biggest surprise of this year for me. I didn't have high expectations, but this one really did impress me this year. And so yeah, that will be Fiesta de Chupacabras. On to the top 5. Alright, starting off with our top 5 is Monsters Legends Collide. This is taking my number 5 spot, and I absolutely love this house, and honestly, kind of fun experience. This is usually the quickest moving line. You know, it says 15 minutes right behind me. Maybe it'll be around like 20 or 30 or so usually. But this house is so much fun, and normally you get a different experience every time, because you can either get Dracula, the werewolf, or the mummy. You can get any of the 3 different endings, so it's a different ending every time. And the houses have some amazing scares. I love the set of it. If it weren't for Dan Pierce's set, this would have the best set, honestly. Now, continuing on. Alrighty, my number 4 is going to be Dead Man's Pier, Winter Wake. It pains me to put this house at number 4. Now, I will say, I don't think the scares are that good in this house, but what makes this house at number 4 is how incredible the set is. It honestly might be the best set I've ever seen for any haunted house before. I absolutely love the set here for Dead Man's Pier. It's phenomenal, and also, like, it just feels like you're really in that universe. Like, the rain and everything, it's perfect. I love it. All right, so moving into our top three. My number three is going to be The Weeknd. And I definitely think this is the least scariest house, if in my all honest opinion, but it is the most technologically advanced haunted house. I mean, I love the music, the whole queue line is awesome at the party and everything. I love that, and also, I mean, come on, how can you not love some of The Weeknd? Weeknd's pretty awesome, but then also, like, the lights are so cool in that house. Like, it's just such a good time in The Weeknd. I really enjoy it. My top three. Now moving on to our top two. Now, real quick, as a disclaimer with my top two, just to let you know, I am absolutely back and forth between these next two houses. Honestly, they're so close by this much. That is how good these next two houses are and how close they are. So, everyone probably is gonna have a different opinion over mine, but here's my top two houses. So, without further ado, here is my runner-up house for this year. Alrighty, my number two. You ready? Halloween. That's right, Halloween. I have to put it in my number two spot. And look, this house is amazing. This is a phenomenal haunted house this year. Like, the scares, this is probably the best I've ever seen it when it comes to Michael Myers. But honestly, I feel like some of the scares are kind of repetitive, but I love how there's all a bunch of scares all over the place. And plus, come on, you can't beat that awesome Michael Myers theme. So yeah, I absolutely love Halloween. This is a phenomenal house this year, but there's just one house, only one house, that I think is just a little bit better. All right, my number one house this year is The Horrors of Blumhouse. And here's the thing of why I have this at number one. It's spoilers if you haven't gone yet. Yes, I'm also drinking a soda, but this house is like 2 in 1. It's a 2 for 1. And I just remember the first time I ever did it, like after the freaky section, the thought was over, I'm like, wait, that's it? And then the freaky section was good. But then it gets into the black phone section, and holy crap, that part of the house might be the scariest house in all of Halloween Horror Nights. Like, the scares are rapid fire, non-stop, very sudden. I loved it. Plus, if you've seen the movie Black Phone, you'll understand why. So yeah, this is without a doubt my favorite haunted house this year here at Halloween Horror Nights 31. So there you have it from my Halloween Horror Nights house rankings from this year in 2022. I want to hear your guys' opinions in the comments below, and thank you guys for watching. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like I said, feel free to give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for my videos in the future if you enjoyed this one. And don't forget to turn on those post notifications and I dropped my sticker. I'm Max, I'm Men in Black, if y'all didn't see my Instagram story. And don't forget to check out Theme Park Guy Productions on all social media platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and don't forget to check out Flock Pay for some football content. You know, we got a Sunday Night Football match coming up, Steelers-Dolphins. I'll see you guys next time, and as always, you're clear for dispatch.